Some people call me Tip, but this is about another kind of tip that can help our mothers, our sisters, our brothers, and our fathers help get the perpetrators who commit crimes against them off the streets. All you got to do is call Crime Stoppers Atlanta. Tips can be anonymous, and there's even a reward. The number to Crime Stoppers Atlanta is 404-577-8477. That's 404-577-TIPS. Channel 2, community coverage you can count.
So here we go. 50 Cent is at it again. T.I. just dropped a new single. He has an album coming out. The new single is hitting big on the charts. Everybody's playing it. TikTok done picked it up. People dancing to the melody of the beat. You know, he's gotten away from that stand-up comedy stuff because it hasn't worked, and he went back to making albums. So he said this is his last album. So while he was on Nightcap, as Shannon Sharp and them is preparing for the Super Bowl, he called out 50 Cent for a Verzuz, right? He said, man, I called my man out, but he ducking the smoke, right? So now 50 Cent, you know, he's been at war with everybody since the start of the new year. He's been doing this since his career. Over 20 years, really been going back and forth with people. But T.I. called him out. So when he called, when T.I. called him out, you know, in pure 50 Cent fashion, 50 ain't gonna get up there and battle nobody. No, he went and struck back, you know, and started, you know, basically calling Tip a snitch, showing stuff where Tip testified in the past. He really started going in on Tip, on T.I. instead of responding. Because remember, we still waiting for a response to the Fabulous disc. We still waiting for a response when Mano and everybody else came at him. We still haven't gotten a response. And we know that he's not going to come off of his high horse because he feels like he's above them. They're beneath him. So for him to come down and battle them and possibly lose, it would ruin his reputation. So he's not going to come down there and do that, right? That's a fact. But let's look at what T.I. said when he was on the Nightcap, you know, that ignited and started all of this.
And then when I was talking to Swiss, you know, I was like, yeah, I'd do it. But, you know, really, the motherfucker that really would be the one, it ain't going to happen. But if Gucci, Young and Gucci, that's the one. And then he hit me back. He was like, Tip, don't even trip. I think we're going to get Gucci to do it. I said, well, you don't need me then. But that's the one.
Hold
you
up.
Know what I mean?
But didn't Jeezy and Gucci already?
No, they were before it happened.
Oh, okay, before it happened.
Before it happened, they were talking to me.
Okay. But I'm saying, so right now.
And then I called my man. I said who I wanted.
You want Weezy?
Nah, I said I wanted 50. That's what I said. He don't want no smoke, though.
Oh, Lord.
I called my man. He don't want no smoke. He ducking smoke. It's cool. So now... So now here we are trying to think about other people who would do it. You know what I'm saying? You know, we mentioned Wayne, and Wayne wouldn't be bad. I respect Wayne. I'm a Hot Boy fan.
Yes, sir.
I feel like that would make it smooth. Yeah.
Tip said he want 50.
I like that.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
So let me ask you a question. So it's 20 songs.
Yeah.
It's 20 songs. So let me ask you a question. So is all your songs, or can it be something that you were featured on?
I mean, I believe it could be anything that you had something to do with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on.
But I ain't tripping. You can.
Hold on. You finished the album already?
I could be finished, but it ain't finished till it's out.
What? Hold on.
Some people call me Tip, but this is about another kind of tip that can help our mothers, our sisters, our brothers, and our fathers help get the perpetrators who commit crimes against them off the streets. All you got to do is call Crime Stoppers Atlanta. Tips can be anonymous, and there's even a reward. The number to Crime Stoppers Atlanta is 404-577-8477. That's 404-577-TIPS. Channel 2, community coverage you can count.
So after that, 50 Cent started putting up posts and starts clowning them, right? Putting up situations where he got on the stand and testified on behalf of his best friend being gunned down in Cincinnati years back on a tour. Their tour bus was piled up, and he was unalive. And he said that he had to call his mom, he had to call the brother, he had to tell him everything that happened because he felt like, you know, this stuff was, those bullets was meant for him, right? 50 Cent clowns T.I. post his courtroom clip, right, from 2008. So it gets crazy. And then, you know, he shows this. No, I don't like it. No verses. Let's do. They stay away challenge. Stay away from me. LOL, right? So this is, you know, 50, you know, he just going there. Then he posted this. I don't fear, Tip posted this. I don't fear my past. I'm too focused on the future. Top 20 in 2 weeks in climbing. Now let him know, right? So because he has a new album that's about to come out, and he's trying to promote the album, right? Man, this thing is crazy, right? So now 50 Cent comes back and he does this post. I know Atlanta pick and choose who they support, but y'all got to do better. LOL. Keep my name out your mouth, right? Branson, and then he promotes the Branson Cognac, right? But then he doubles and triples down by posting this.
You recognize who that is?
Yeah, that's Phil.
Okay.
Oh, that's his body.
In 34A.
Yeah, that's the entry wound.
And that's a picture of Fallant with the bullet hole in his head?
Yes, it is.
And that's the bullet hole that you described to the jury as being in his temple on the left side?
Yeah.
How did Fallant's family find out about his death?
I told him. I called his mom first, then I told his cousin. I told his little girl.
How old was his little girl?
His daughter was 4 years old at the time. 5 years old at the time.
And how did you tell his daughter that her father was dead?
He's in a better place and he won't be coming back. And I told him how much he loved her.
And how did you tell his mom that her son was gone?
Well, first I apologized. I apologized because, I felt that, all of those rounds were fired for me, in my opinion. So I apologized to her at first, and then I told her what happened to the best of my knowledge, and I told I didn't get to really say much.
Let me say this, right? Because the internet is entertainment, the music industry is entertainment. Outside is outside, right? So for me, the minute T.I. start becoming a rapper, and he start rapping about being a rubber band man and how much drugs cost and how to cook it in the pot. You put the ice in and stir it up, take it out, put it on the plate, stir it up, and let that thing get hot, right? When he start talking about all that, right, he was no longer a street dude. Because real street dudes that's indulging in that lifestyle, they ain't rapping. They run from the cameras. They not running to the cameras. See, you young generation people, y'all run to the cameras to tell the whole world your business. The days of my time, 30 years ago and past, they ran from the cameras to stay away from the cameras to not let people know that they're business. They sidestepped all that kind of stuff because they know that they was doing illicit activity. If it's illegal, you act like it. The OGs of the past told me when I was in my 20s, it's illegal. Act like it, right? So the minute he decided to become a rapper, he wasn't a part of that no more. All those dudes, 50 Cent, all of them, based to the street sense, they all rats. Right? 50 Cent was called a rat when he did Ghetto Quran. When he came out, he started naming dudes from the streets that still had open cases that was fighting their appeals. He started naming names and talking about what they was doing in the streets on the record. Right? To the streets, that's considered ratting. Right? To y'all, to people that's civilians, it's not. Because you're not in the streets. Right? But if guys are in the streets and they're unknown, and you start mentioning their names, right, on records, you're ratting. That's considered ratting. Right? Tupac did the same thing when he got popped and was mentioning Jimmy Henchman and Chino XL and promised to get back Jimmy Henchman. That's not street. That's entertainment and hip hop. That's not the streets. If you want to understand the streets, Uncle George will tell you. So for me, his homeboy got pow, right? He got unalived. He went and did a Crime Stoppers thing. I'm not shocked because he's a rapper. He's not no dope boy moving 200 units a month, right? Stones a month throughout Atlanta and up and down the coast. He ain't living that lifestyle. Now, it's dudes that is living that lifestyle, but a lot of them, you don't even know who they are. You don't even know who they are. If they out here, they move, they shaking and moving and grooving. You don't know them until the big indictment come. Only people that know them is local people and people that's doing business because they stay off the radar. So we can't, like this internet stuff, man, it's the internet. Tip is a civilian to me the minute he became a rapper. Right? All that's why he got on the stand and he told he's not who he said he was. He may have been affiliated with dudes that was doing that, but he ain't that. He ain't that. All these guys now that put all their stuff on, man, they're not gangsters. These are internet whores. They run to the internet to show all their crimes. That's not really street stuff. That's these are digital babies, social media babies. That's what they are. That's what they are. Because like I said, the real OGs stayed in the cut. They stayed behind the scenes. What's that boxer promoter, the black boxer promoter that promotes all the fights and people don't know? Help me out in the comment section. The black boxer promoter guy, his name is escaping me right now. Nobody knows his identity. Never shows himself. Rarely shows himself, right? And I think that Mayweather's suing him now. I forgot his name, but he's been in the game promoting for years, right? Worth millions, but he stays in the shadows, right? Those are the real gangsters. Those are the real G's. They stay in the shadows, not the one. So what I'm saying is, I'm saying all this. He posting that don't really mean nothing. Because T.I. ain't a street dude. T.I. ain't a gangster. T.I.'s an entertainer. He's entertaining you. That's what he's doing. That's all it is. So, like, don't get caught up in that, man. Like, a lot of y'all watching, your uncle that been locked up for 25 years, he was the real G. They was the real ones in the street living that life. Your pop that's been locked up all your life because he was indulging in that street life, there's a difference between that and this internet stuff and these entertainers. Don't combine the two, please. Please don't combine the two. But if you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.